Hello everybody, my name is Golden Medic and welcome to part 1 of my trip to Ballahack Airsoft in Chesapeake, Virginia. The footage that you're seeing is from the first 2 games of the day where either team had a barrel set up in their spawn point, and the point was to get to the other team's barrel and push it over. It was really simple, but it was really fun. As you can see, the camera got a little bit jostled, so it's sort of shooting at a weird angle, but don't worry, it worked itself out later on, and the next videos coming out aren't going to have the same issue.
Was that one of ours that said medic? Was that one of ours that said medic?
I don't think so.
In this game, there was no respawn. However, each team had about 7 medics, I being one of them. All it takes for a medic to revive somebody at Ballahack is to go up to them and tap them for 60 seconds. I've cut out the majority of those 60 seconds just to save time in this video.
Guy coming in?
Since this video wasn't very action-packed, I wanted to take the time to talk about the importance of supporting your team. When playing an objective-based game mode like Capture the Flag or Hardpoint or this barrel game, it's important to remember that you're not there just to go out and get kills. Remember, you're a part of a team, and a team has to work together in order to succeed. So let's go over a few things that you can do out on the field to help your team as opposed to hindering them. First, and probably one of the most important things, is communication. A lack of communication out on the field can be one of the most frustrating things and can be a detriment to your team's success. Doing things like calling out enemy positions, where enemies are moving, or where a teammate has gone down can help the rest of your team understand what's going on outside of their own field of view. It's especially important to respond to players that are asking you a question or need your assistance. Believe it or not, this is an issue that I've run into quite a bit, where I'll ask a simple question to a teammate like, where are the enemies at, or how many are they, and get no response whatsoever. If you ever have to break off from a group that you're with for any reason, be sure to let them know so that they can adjust to your absence, or at least give you covering fire as you leave.
I'm gonna try to go and take care of our guys over here.
Lastly, remember that communication isn't always verbal. You can use simple hand gestures to communicate to your team when you don't want to be heard out loud. Next, let's talk about playing as a specific role like a medic or a VIP. In a game mode that requires medics, that probably means that there's limited to no respawn whatsoever, so your teammates are going to be depending on you to keep them alive and still playing. If you play as a medic, try to avoid the large firefights. Stay behind your team and listen for downed players as they call out for you. If you play too aggressively and get down, that means the players that are trying to push for the objective have no medic and can't get back up if they go down. When you do go and try to medic a downed player, be sure to let the teammates around you know where you're going so that they can watch your back and give you covering fire if need be.
Let's go.
And remember, a medic isn't necessarily a passive role. You're still going to be moving around a lot trying to help down players, so be sure to keep good situational awareness as you move around the map. These tips can apply to other roles, like a VIP or a bomb carrier. Remember, play smart, keep good situational awareness, and listen to your teammates. Your team's success is linked to your survival.
Do we have dead guys out there?
Yeah. Well, are you talking about our team?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have any of that.
Last, let's talk about playing to your personal strengths. Most of the time you won't have a specific role like a medic, but we all fill different passive roles simply by the way we play.
Hey, do you think you can give me cover so I can go down and get... Oh, no, he's got him. Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. Steal my thunder, huh?
Some players might be really fast on their feet, while others might be really good shots or small enough to fit into tight spaces.
1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm running.
Try not to do the things you know you're not very good at. Not to say you shouldn't try to get better in areas you struggle with, but if it's a detriment to your team, it's best to avoid it.
Go. You're good.
Let's use an example. Player A and Player B are in a game of capture the flag. Player A is kind of small and really fast, but he's a speed softer and only runs a pistol. Player B is a good shot and does a good job at keeping track of enemy players, but is a bit bigger and not very fast.
Straight ahead? Yep, straight ahead to your left.
Both Player A and Player B are moving up to the enemy flag. If Player B made a rush for the flag, that would leave Player A to try to watch his back. Player A would have to try to give covering fire with his pistol, which might not reach farther enemies accurately. Player B is a larger, slow-moving target. He might not be able to get the flag into a better covered area if he can even get to it at all. Obviously, the best scenario is Player A rushing the flag and Player B covering him.
Who needs medic?
Player A is faster and a much smaller target. On top of that, he has a free hand due to only using a pistol. Player B is much better suited to cover his teammate. He's a better shot and might already know where the enemy is coming from. This might seem pretty obvious, but in the middle of an action-packed game, it's sometimes easy to make poor decisions that can hurt your team. Take the time to figure out your strengths as a player so you can better utilize them, and your weaknesses so you can avoid making mistakes and try to improve.
Hey! It's okay, don't worry.
Well guys, that's it. That's all I have to say on the matter of playing as a good teammate. I hope that maybe you learned something, or this helped you get back thinking about these certain things when you're out on the field. Sorry that this video took a while to get out, but I had gotten sick, and life and work and all of that stuff got in the way. And don't worry, the other gameplays are in the works, and they're not going to be commentary heavy like this one. But again, thank you guys all for watching. You can check me out on Instagram at GhoulTheMedic. Probably the first thing that you'll find when you start putting in Ghoul. And yeah, just a lot more Ballahack gameplay coming out, some stuff from Wildlands. Stay tuned, subscribe if you want. If you don't, no big deal. Hope you have a good day, and stay positive.
Okay, you're good. Just gonna sit here for a second.
Fun being the medic?
What?
Fun being the medic?
Oh yeah, that's what I live for, dude. Like it's fun to do some sort of objective.
Agreed.
All right, hey, let me do some cover. I'm gonna try to make it back over. You too. 1, 2, 3, go. Crossing. Thanks. Hey, do you want to drag him into cover for me?
Yeah.
Nope. Or don't. Stay right there. Let me check on this corner.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Medic?